because it is Thursday night. I kept saying all night that it is Thursday that feels like a Friday, but it is a Thursday night, and this is when Charlie normally does, after 7 o'clock, he does the social media. So we are talking social media right now, and we are talking over to the guy who knows everything there is to know about social media. Josh Polden's joining us in the studio right now. We are going to be talking the world of TikTok, Twitch. I don't know nothing about Twitch. You've got to tell me more about that. I've heard of TikTok. And you're from Axbridge, and you live stream and post content online, and it's all about footy.
Yeah.
Now, this is weird that I'm talking to you, Josh, because you're Josh Polden. We've also got another Josh Perkins who is football crazy. And really, he should be in here talking to you.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll get him in a minute, because when it comes to football, I'll be like, all right, okay. Pretend to know what I'm talking about. Now, I need to find out a little bit about, obviously, social media is what we talk about. But for you, live streaming, how long have you been doing this?
So I started at the start of the first lockdown. So about coming up to nearly 2 years. Mm-hmm. So it's been a long time, but I've enjoyed every second of it.
It must be nerve-wracking, though, doing it live. And, I mean, social media is quite a good thing, but you can actually see who... The good thing about radio, I can't see anybody that's listening. Yeah. You don't know how many people are listening. Yeah. You just think you're talking to one person when you're on the radio. Yeah. But it's that whole thing where you can actually see who's watching you on the live streams, can't you?
Yeah, so you get the viewer count. I turn mine off just because I feel like I had it on for a certain amount of time, but I felt like I was looking at it too much, and that's when my kind of stream
knocks your confidence.
Yeah, literally. Like, why aren't people watching me, and how I can improve? So I turned it off. I watched a couple of YouTube videos on it, and that was the massive tip for smaller streamers is turn it off, focus on the people that you've got in chat. And that's all you need to worry about.
And it is that thing, just one person, you know? Just imagine you're talking to that one person. So you talk about football because you're a massive football fan, aren't you?
Yeah.
Like our very own Josh, who is a massive football... In fact, this is where I get Josh in to talk football.
Hello.
You two... So now, the weirdest thing, you're a Somerset boy.
Yeah.
But you don't support a Somerset team.
No.
You sort of support randomly who?
Mansfield Town.
What? How did that come about? That's Nottingham, isn't it?
Yeah, so my dad and all my dad's family are from Nottingham. So there was, growing up, it was a Premier League household with Chelsea, and my cousin's Arsenal, my dad's Tottenham. But I never really got on with Prem football that much, and I wanted to find that team. And my dad took me to quite a few Mansfield Town games when I was younger, when we went up to see family, and that's kind of where it all kicked off, the love for them.
Wow, that's really interesting, isn't it?
Yeah, I know.
And a random one for a Somerset lad as well. From Axbridge.
Yeah, I know.
So talk to me then about football and the reviews and how you post all of this and how it actually works. So mainly you're doing TikTok, is that right?
Yeah. TikTok's the second biggest thing that I post on, apart from Twitch, where I do the live. I mean, the series started from like just live streaming. Basically, it was a funny 5 minutes. I was trying to change up the content, so I was going from one game to another, and I saw this page on Twitter called Footy Scran, where it's all about football food, and I was like, let's just review it. And
Isn't it just pies at football?
I mean, there's no.
I thought it was just pies.
This is
you
what
just go to footy for the pie.
This is
don't
what
you?
blew my mind.
Is it?
Blew my mind. I didn't realise that there was so much that there was there. But we looked at it for 5 minutes. I recorded it and I put it on one of my highlights on Twitch, and someone told me to take the highlight and put it onto TikTok and just see how it did. I mean, with it, I was shocked with the numbers. I think the first ever episode is now hitting, I think it's over 300k on views, and it just keeps climbing. I'm just like, this is crazy. But yeah, we've brought out every episode, keep going, and then I got to like episode 25 and I was like, let's do an in real life one. So me and my brothers, we go to Bristol City a lot just because it's like, it's not bad prices. It's we used to go and the food was good, and I was like, let's do an in real life one. And then that's when I started kind of posting the in real life stuff. Obviously, it's just the awkward time now where I kind of started in real life stuff at the end of the season if it was in the middle of the season, it would have been so much better. I would be able to get through the rest of the season. But I mean, there's a couple on there. I've got 2 for Bristol City, and I've got another one for another club as well.
So these are food reviews for the footy club.
Yeah.
So Bristol City, you say to me it's not all about pies nowadays.
No.
What's Bristol City's
So
then?
when I go, I get a pulled pork burger.
Is that a thing now?
Yeah,
is it?
you get a pulled pork burger. The second one was a pulled pork hot dog. You can get all the pies and stuff.
Yeah.
But like
Club sandwich was always another favourite of a football club, wasn't it?
Yeah.
but yeah, like loads of people like Tottenham do like chicken strips with like spices.
And they're known for this, for their food,
Yeah.
for
People,
the footy club.
I would have to say that Brentford are near the top of the food scale. I went to Forest Green, and obviously that one changed the perspective a little bit because it was vegan. So you go into the
really?
yeah, all of it's vegan. So even in the away end, I think it was a vegan pasty. The only thing that was kind of meat was chips and gravy, and that was probably the best thing on the night, I have to say. But it's all vegan, like Coke, vegan Fanta. Wow. It's crazy, but it changed my perspective a lot of it on like food and stuff. It was nice, but I would prefer like the meat products 100%.
Yeah, and I mean, if I think of football clubs, I think of the ones up north, and it's always predominantly the pie, isn't it? And that's why they go to the food for the pint and the pie, basically.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But it just
things have changed.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's gone.
What have Yeovil got then?
Oh God! I mean, when was the last time I went to Yeovil? To be honest, it's probably a usual burger and chips, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Forgive me, listener, for talking about this for the millionth time. Taunton Town, theirs is your standard sort of pie and chips and stuff. But Josh, I went with you to the Bristol City game.
Did.
I must admit, the pulled pork burger was immense. It was unbelievable.
It's so funny that you're doing live streaming about football food and clever. I guess it's a niche that hasn't been done, and that's why it's just.
I mean, the Twitter page is massive.
Yeah.
The Twitter page is, but obviously, I posted the first episode. A couple of people came at me being like, "Is it copyrighted and stuff?" I DM'd the guy, said it was absolutely fine to do it. So then it kind of was just like, right, every live stream now, record 1 or 2, and just keep pushing the content out as much as we can.
So for you then, is there one particular place that you really want to go to check out the food? It's got to be like Newcastle, isn't it? The Newcastle team.
There's a couple. For me. Paris Saint-Germain in France.
Okay.
They actually burn the club's logo in the top of the burger.
Wow.
I know that one I want to try, but
what about New Camp? They must do something fancy.
Yeah, something.
Yeah, surely. Yeah. I haven't seen much about Barcelona.
No.
Trip to Spain on the cards.
UK. A lot of people have told me to go to Middlesbrough and try a Parma.
Yeah. Right, okay, which is the cheese over
on
the
chicken and the like
breadcrumbs.
The white sauce from the lasagna.
Guys, I've not had my dinner yet. Come on.
That's really good.
Is it?
It
Okay.
is.
And then I think Brentford as well, because I just want to try.
Brentford's what's there?
They do like a pulled pork hot dog. They do like samosas.
Right.
There's a load of stuff that Brentford do. Yeah.
This is really interesting.
It's different though, because you think about like, okay, this hour, like social media and online and Twitch and TikTok is something that you've talked about, Josh. Like, it's so different. Like the different ways that things can go off in different directions. Almost, you know, you
and finding your niche as well, which is what is important on social media.
Yeah, because you do primarily like FIFA, video games and things like that, and that is what Twitch started out with. But I think the fact that you're now doing a TikTok series on football scran is
call me
fantastic.
Old. I actually don't know what Twitch is. I'm going to be honest with you. I know TikTok because my daughter's got. I really don't know what Twitch is. Is that gaming?
So it's a video live streaming.
Oh,
platform.
it's where they go. Oh, look, I'm walking through here.
Yeah,
like when my son was 14, used to watch those.
Yeah, exactly.
Right, okay.
So, how long have you been doing that, Josh?
2 years.
2 years.
2 years. Yeah. Very start of lockdown. The company I work for was very good with furlough and stuff. So. They, I got some money at the start with the page, and then obviously we went into lockdown. So I was like, what can I do? I was speaking to a couple mates. I played Xbox most days. I play Xbox all the time. Like I'm on it, and I've always seen YouTube and Twitch as kind of like a cool thing to do. But I never had the jump and never had the like confidence to do it. And then I was like, we could be in lockdown for quite a while. Let's maybe invest some money. So I spoke to Mum and my stepdad. We sat down and I was like, can I spend this amount of money on getting all the products I need? And they were like, yeah, we'll go ahead for it. And then I kind of went for it. Stopped a little bit because I wasn't getting the right numbers. Like I said, go looking at them tips online, turning all the stuff off, and then just focusing on that. And then ever since then, it's kind of built and built and built.
That's fantastic. Now we're going to play a song now, and we're going to come back to you in a second and chat more about this because it really is fascinating. More from Josh and also his live streaming on the way. But right now, here's Little Mix. Now, this is really interesting because Josh has been in the studio talking about what he does with his live streaming, talking about his football food reviews, and also now, Josh, you're from Axbridge, but we've just been this has blown my mind. We've just been talking about what you do at college.
Yeah.
So tell us about this.
Yeah. So I'm currently studying esports and computer management at Western College.
Now, for me, that is like esport. Hang on, what's that all about?
So it's professional gaming. When I say that to someone, it's like, where can that lead?
Yeah.
But that on the course, there's more to it than just I play
Gaming.
certain games. Yeah.
Yeah.
So at Western, we got a good group. They've done very well this year. We're the first year to do the course. There's about 17 of us in a class. The two teachers are great guys. We kind of we've got three teams. We've got a Rocket League team, a FIFA, and we've also got an Overwatch team. Unfortunately, we all have come out of the national competition. I lost my game last week in the round of 16. But yeah, we study. So far, we're about to finish our first year. We've done branding, building our own esports. We've also done social media, games design. I believe next year we've got like nutrition, and then we've also got events management, and we're going to try and build an event in theory.
It's fascinating how things are definitely changing and moving in that direction as well. It's great that there's a course for it because, I mean, you can financially, doing from what you do with the live streaming, you can earn good money from doing this, can't you?
Yeah, 100%. So the thing that me and Josh did, I am still doing, is Twitch. So that's where people can pay to watch you and
playing games.
Basically, playing games. Obviously, YouTube is there and it's free. But YouTube have got their live streaming service through that as well. And Twitch is a lot bigger than YouTube at the moment, but it's still YouTube is trying to compete. But yeah, YouTube is a lot long term for kind of revenue and stuff. But Twitch you can last longer. People sign deals. I believe Ninja came back to Twitch, but when he signed for another streaming service, which isn't around now, which was Mixer, he signed like a £26 million deal to join them. Adidas brand deal.
Wow.
It was crazy. And then when Mixer shut down, he got the whole money. They had to pay out the contract. So it is a crazy world.
That's really interesting because it's all new for me learning about this. I didn't have a clue. I didn't have a clue. I mean, what do you want to do in the future then?
The dream, I've always said, kind of like social media for a football team. I mean, the bigger dream would be a content creator full time, 100%. But Twitch is definitely giving a helping hand for new opportunities like this, and working with some great people along the line. But if content creation doesn't work out, social media for probably Mansfield would be a highlight.
Ideal,
would
the
be
perfect
the highlight.
one.
Yeah.
So what advice would you give to somebody that is interested in doing this, getting into social media, live streaming, putting I mean, you put yourself out there, don't you, if you go
100%.
online?
Yeah.
You've got to be pretty brave to do that.
Yeah. I mean, for when I started, it was you just got to go with it. You kind of I mean, what's gonna not hurt you when you try? That's in theory. I always go by the quote: "You miss 100% of the shots you don't take." So every time I just say that, and then I just go with it because you don't know what's going to come of it. I never knew that what down the line from when I first started, I could be earning a monthly fee off Twitch. Then I could sign to a new org, Notorious, which they're brilliant with me. And then I go on to come on to these shows like this, or I've got something coming up on the 31st with where I'll be live streaming on another Twitch channel, but that's commentated over an Irish esports kind of tournament. So it's just go for it. I don't. There's no harm in trying, basically, and that's what I'll always stick by.
Because I mean, in America, I know they do it in the UK now as well, don't they? Where there's these big competitions where people and they sit in rooms for hours playing games against each other. Yeah. It's a completely different world. It really is.
Yeah. So the one that I got knocked out of this year for the nationals, we also we should be going as a college to Nottingham, where they've got an arena and where they'll be playing for like a trophy, but it's all immersive. Like it's basically the best way to put it is like a cinema, but you've got, instead of a screen at the end, you've got two booths, and the two players will be playing against each other, and you've got fans just watching them.
So they're next to each other, and the people are behind them, sort of watching them in a sort of stadium style.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Wow,
yeah.
People go to that now.
Yeah, it's the exact same thing of if you are going to watch your favourite team play at a football stadium. You're watching your favourite streamer or favourite professional gamer go and play at a stadium.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. As well as that, I think it was this year, I tried to get into Leeds. So there's a thing called Premier League. So basically you think all Premier League clubs will go into this Premier League, where it's E meaning online video games, and you'll play. So I played around 10 weeks of qualifiers. I made it to the top 8, where I would have to play against different type of people. I came up against the 3rd in the world at FIFA. Unluckily, I lost to him.
Of all the people.
4-1 on both games, but I was just happy I scored 2 goals at the end of the day. I you watch my reaction from stream. I think someone clipped it, and I'm just jumping around my room, just so excited that I scored against this guy. But like Leeds sent me a shirt for free, and it's just crazy. And then everything just runs off that kind of your name's mentioned once, and then more people find you. And then like with TikTok, everyone's like, I know that I'll be like, check out my Twitch right at the end of the video, and people come in and they'll be like, oh, I found you from the Footy Scran content, or and it's just so crazy and how everything works.
It's that thing of word of mouth in a way of, 100%. And that's how you grow on Twitch. Is people like the content, they tell their friends, and then. And go from there.
So if people are listening and they're really into it and they want to find out more about, I don't know, your football food reviews or your, you playing the games, where can they find you?
So everything is at Polden23. On TikTok, it might be a little bit harder, but it's an underscore at the start. Someone took the name before I could get there. So it's just underscore Polden23 on TikTok, but just Polden23 everywhere else.
It's really great to talk to you. And I mean, it's so nice. And basically your advice to anybody is just be authentic and go out there and do it.
100%.
Give it a go.
That's the best way to be.
I might get on the computer tonight.
Hey, come on, Mel.
Yeah, maybe not. I'll leave that to you. Well, Josh, it's been lovely chatting to you tonight, and best of luck with your future. And it's fantastic you're doing this course at Western College as well.
Yeah, 100%.
All the best.
Thank you.